Hey Betty, it's Brainy Bridget here. I just want to say thank you so much for calling. The first step when you're feeling depressed is recognizing the emotions that you're feeling and really acknowledging them, and then reaching out, asking for help. When you're feeling like you just can't do it yourself, calling a friend or somebody that you trust, like your life coach or your psychologist or your mom or your dad or your sister or brother or your partner. Those are all really important options to have. Just finding people in your social network to call and kind of let them know what's going on. Of course, you should definitely make sure you have an appointment with your psychiatrist or psychiatric nurse practitioner to make sure that your meds are all set and that this isn't something that needs to be adjusted. Because, figuring out meds for bipolar is a real challenge too. I know that there can be ups and downs. And I'd like to say one thing you have to remember is emotions are like clouds. They come and they go, and they don't own us. Just because we can't see the sun when they're there doesn't mean we're not going to later. I know it can feel that way, but just imagine your emotions like clouds. You can acknowledge them and know that they're there, but they don't have to control you. And, the other thing I'd like to say is make sure that you're regulating your sleep schedule. Sleep is super duper important for mental health, and it can catch us off guard when we don't get enough sleep or we're sleeping too much, but it really like exacerbates the situation. It can magnify all the things that are going wrong, and really throw you off in a lot of ways, physically and mentally. So definitely take care of yourself. The other thing is that there's a great self-affirmation exercise that I can point you in the direction of. Um, it's kind of fun to just do something that somebody forces you to that's instructed. Um, it might help boost your thoughts about yourself, self-confidence. It's a great exercise. The other thing is that you can take a class, like a little 2 or 3 hour painting class, where they like have a predefined painting. You get to pick which one you go to and try that, or go to a yoga class. I love hot yoga. I always feel like 1,000,000% better when I'm done. And you're around people, it changes your energy. It's emotionally powerful as well as spiritually and physically. And physical exercise has been proven to really help people when they're feeling down. It can help you even though you feel like you have no energy. It might actually give you the energy you need. I know it's hard to believe, but try it and let me know if I'm wrong. uh, you know, Redirecting your attention and shifting your mood and energy are super helpful in this sense. And, a friend can help with that. Maybe you can have a friend come over and drag you out, go through the buddy system and have somebody come to play cheer it up with you. Um, Cheerful charity might come over. You could have a talk or eat dinner together. Maybe you guys could do something constructive like put your clothes away or do some small task that makes you feel like you have a small win. Like a small accomplishment goes a long way. And that's important when you're feeling, I heard you express feelings of worthlessness or guilt. And you don't need to feel that way, but I understand. And building self-efficacy is important to help turn things around sometimes. You might just help to get some sun and get outside and get some fresh air, even though it feels like 1,000,000 pounds. Uh, Drag yourself up the stairs and make it happen. It might help you. Uh, let's see. Taking a hot shower. You know, when people feel depressed, sometimes they don't even have the power to shower, and it would help you kind of press the reset button a little bit, or a hot bath. Something that's self-care oriented is really good too. So if you have something you like to do, like getting uh, painting your nails or going to the dog beach or reading a book, talking to your mom, whatever works for you to cheer you up. It's good to have a go-to list of things to cheer you up if you get depressed regularly. And that way, when you're feeling down, you can just check your little checklist and go through and say, oh, I guess these are the things I can do. What seems manageable within this list right now? And if nothing seems manageable, maybe just pick one and force yourself to do it. Oh, let's see. I have a couple notes here I made for you. So, small, realistic goals will help, and you deserve a sense of accomplishment. So, uh, maybe that'll help boost your mood just a tiny bit, and every little bit counts because the momentum and inertia of depression really can be a powerful thing, and you can get through it, but it takes a little bit of effort. And don't lose hope. It's very easy to feel hopeless and like there's never going to be a change. But the truth is that there's lots of hope, and hope requires nothing from you. Which brings me to my next point. You know, having a positive attitude is really good, and it's easy to say when you're not depressed. But when you are depressed and you're feeling really down and you don't have a positive outlook, um, let's see how I phrase this. Catch yourself in those negative thoughts and reframe your thinking. You don't need to feel bad for thinking that way. You don't need to speak down on yourself, but notice, oh, that wasn't the that wasn't a positive thought. That's kind of negative. Is that something I would say to someone I care about and love a lot? And then redirect that. Maybe you can think, how would I say that differently so that it's kind towards myself? Speak to yourself like you would someone you really love, like a close friend or your kid or your partner. And remember, being kind to yourself is super important, especially when you're suffering. So, monitoring your thoughts can be really powerful. And you can get in the habit of doing that so that when you're feeling depressed, you kind of take it step by step and work towards reframing your thinking. It's very much like a muscle. So, you build muscle memory over time by practicing. And you can set an intention to, okay, this week I'm really going to have my intention on reframing my thoughts when I catch myself being negative. I'm going to turn it around and turn it into a positive. Um, Avoid alcohol, definitely. Any recreational drugs that can make it a lot worse, especially if you're bipolar, might interact with your medications. It's not good for you in lots of ways. And we don't realize the detriment that it has on our health, on our behavior. And it actually, you might think it's not a depressant, but it really is. Makes you feel worse and it worsens depression. Um, Yeah, I really feel for you, Betty, but I know you're going to get through this. So maintain the hope, and there's all sorts of other tips out there. Um, Definitely keep your head up. Oh, yeah, and that reminds me, your body posture. So keep your head up, try some power poses, um, stretch, maybe meditate, but your mind is connected to your body, so don't forget it.